looks like we've got this next one going already. It's what?
Well, welcome everybody back to Coinbox. My name is Petey the Puff. I'm joined by Nerf as we get into top. Is this top 8 yet? No, this is still losers.
Yeah, this is still winners.
Okay, great.
Looks like based on the tag. But I mean, hey, it's all good. I mean, we've still got Armadillo versus SkyJay. Obviously, they've been playing already. It's just like one stock down. Armadillo actually with an early lead here and doing really well with this edge guard, keeping a full stock lead and getting the Aura's here snipe as well. That's very nice stuff. I think it's just tough for SkyJay to get back at that point.
Yeah, I mean, with that, you know, having 104% of Aura on is just going to be so strong. And it's going to beat out, apparently, the startup of that up E, which is so important. That's exactly when you want to hit it. Right.
We're getting out past the Alolan Whip this time. I mean, obviously, cross up with the dash attack, not going to really perturb Armadillo. Still staying alive. And that's the thing. You got to keep this rage with the Aura as well. You got to have that, like, the multiplicative properties. But, I mean, we're still losing out to the up throw. So it is what it is. I mean, that's the grappler game coming to fruition. Oh, and the spike as well. That's going to put him way too low to recover. Big stuff for SkyJay to bring this back to a last stock situation.
20% finding a way to get a spike there, and because you have no Aura, you're not going to have the extended up E. So it's exactly like just a perfect situation for SkyJay. And this is, I mean, you know, they talk about Lucario's Aura, but SkyJay has an Aura of his own. Like the ability to just close out and make these clutch moments happen. I mean, you just get so scared of what SkyJay can do to you. 79%. A back air comes out to trade. Not quite enough to kill, though.
Yeah, actually, you're really right about that because he has this like innate fire. Like he's really good. It's like the innate like comeback potential, but it's not going to be enough there as the up air from Lucario with a little bit of rage powering it. It's like, look at all that stuff. You can do a lot with Lucario's the air-to-air game. Unfortunately, when you have the air speed or lack thereof of Incineroars, it's just difficult for you to actually get in with these approaches, especially against a character that loves to be so mobile like Lucario.
Yeah, exactly. And Lucario, one of the characters that is kind of slept on in the meta, not really getting the representation besides, of course, Armadillo, is going to be really good at getting a lot of these rising aerials started to kind of burst out what SkyJay wants to get going. SkyJay is a player that mixes in a lot of full hops and tries to bait a lot of shields so he can, you know, condition that command grab. But if you're constantly calling out these full hops, it's going to be exactly the situation you want to find yourself in.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to Hollow Bastion for this next game. I mean, obviously, that first one kind of was over in a blink. Like, that's what I expect from these two characters. Just because they're both really heavy hitters, especially in certain circumstances, but they both have really good power-ups. And I mean, we're going to see the kill power maximized to its full potential hopefully soon.
Yeah. A little extended combo for Armadillo there as he gets 63%. I like to see that.
For sure. A little more spacing too, and of course, like going for a little bit of the riskiness of the up B. I mean, it is what it is, especially if you are messing up on those opportunities. I mean, Armadillo technically will be able to pick up on those, but it's another reversal here right off the Angel platform. It feels like SkyJay is able to get so much for his money.
Yeah. Very fortunately, SkyJay is going to be one of the better players at closing out those stocks because you don't want Lucario to get going with that Aura.
That's true.
Yeah, that Alolan Whip, 114%. I mean, it's just light work for SkyJay.
Yeah. Every minute that you delay taking the stock is going to be a minute where Lucario can play their game, play their flow chart really well. They have extra range on their abilities, extra damage, extra knockback. It's just one of those things that you have to nip in the bud very quickly. Yeah. Right now, it's that B-reverse stuff, that the movement that Lucario also brings to the table that's going to be really hard for SkyJay to pin down.
Exactly. And as you were saying that multi-hit of the Aura Sphere charge is going to lead right into that forward smash as we see a little bit of a scramble in center stage as the Lariat is able to knock Armadillo away 104%, but still looking to rack on this extra credit with the Aura online now, 37% on SkyJay. These rising bears have been getting so much mileage for Armadillo so far.
Right, as these juggles have been really good, and of course, like the coverage there for the long-lasting nature of the Alolan Whip, you're able to cover the ledge for so long, and it leads to a really nice delayed kill here for SkyJay, but it brings him back again to last stock. We're game 2 the same way.
SkyJay implementing that full hop game I was talking about, trying to weave in and out and find a way to get in, but Armadillo is just constantly swatting him away, cannot get out, cannot get close enough to start that scramble game, but finally gets a revenge charge here. What does SkyJay do with it? Gets a Lariat for 38%, 54 now with the dash attack, and has Armadillo in a very scary spot. Dash attack sends away once again Get out of this corner, please, Armadillo.
There's been a lot of situations all day where Armadillo has been going for these like kind of like higher uppies. Very risky when you land right next to your opponent because, I mean, for a lot of characters that maybe aren't Incineroar, you're able to find a really quick punish. SkyJay still a little bit lackluster on that, but we are going to get the close range hit. And of course, it's the mid-stage back air, of course. And Armadillo able to clutch out another one here.
Yeah, so far Armadillo has had all the right answers to SkyJay's aggression. Like I keep saying, is like SkyJay really needs that full hop game to get into motion. He needs to start conditioning, but Armadillo's just swinging. Right,
he is playing really well, very aggressively and very in your face. And I think SkyJay normally is able to like use revenge as a way to kind of get them off and try to give it a reversal opportunity that's even more volatile. But so far, we haven't been able to see him activate that tool. We haven't really been able to see him get his footing either. Yeah. It's like there's a lot of wind taken out of his sails right now. And, I mean, Armadillo is more the better for it. So.
You know, in like traditional 2D fighters, they talk about like the rushdown versus grappler matchup.
Right.
And like, although it makes sense where it's like, oh, well, clearly grapplers should win close range, sometimes rushdown characters just smother grapplers.
And of course, it's like timing. And in this case, for a lot of these moves, for Lucario, especially when you have that high damage potential, it's range. Yeah. You have a lot more range here. And I think there's a little bit of a disjoint that has allowed Armadillo to get in where SkyJay, it's almost like he's got a sword. It's just like really difficult for him to do anything now.
Yeah, terrorizing that mid-range for sure. Armadillo now. A little bit of a ledge trap. Very even first stock in this game number 3. Great parry into the Alolan Whip is going to be the... Oh, not quite enough to take the stock.
Yes,
SkyJay scouring for the kill.
I mean, it's good, yeah, but then what the heck was that? I mean, all of a sudden, SkyJay evaporates into the blast zone. Armadillo is able to capitalize now, but is still getting sent off stage. Got to figure out something here because SkyJay's edge guards have been, I would say, getting better and better. He's not getting the 2 frames, but he is getting the ledge hang too long.
Yeah. With that percent going up, you have less time with invincibility on that ledge.
Oh, and the jump right into the aura sphere. It feels like textbook stuff.
Damage.
Yeah, SkyJay falling right into the traps, and of course, grinding that big aura sphere right on the ledge. Nice stuff, but can this revenge peter out to anything else?
That's a strong forwarder, but still not strong enough to close out the stock. Frost screen as an aura sphere. This is max aura Lucario.
Absolutely, but I mean, even then, finally taking some power off the board. Getting 2 revenge power-ups, and now this is going to hurt! 67%!
That's a big Alolan Whip for SkyJay. If you have any chance of forcing this game number 4, it's going to be with that double revenge side B.
Yeah, for real. And now we've got a Juggles. This is a good way to do it, but one more revenge power-up, and yeah, if SkyJay gets his in, you never know.
Just weaving in and out as Armadillo, though, just playing elusive as possible, like knowing, hey, I have a stock lead.
Elusive and doing the momentum reversals as well with the B reverses, using the movement really, really nicely. And the clank, very scary stuff. Oh my God.
A lot of landing areas. I'm waiting for Armadillo to mix in one of those side Bs. What? Okay. SkyJay with a side B of his own closes it out with that Alolan Whip now. Last stock situation. This is exactly where SkyJay wants you.
100% array. Power up, like this is dangerous. And of course, we're gonna get the Alolan Whip. That's gonna be 53% on the board. SkyJay already having the percent that he's made himself. And now we've got another revenge power up. Armadillo is just falling right into the traps.
Up smash attempt from SkyJay, but gets the tipper of the 4 till Cheeto fingers not enough to kill though. 105%.
Oh my gosh, and even off the the very low ceilings of Hollow Bastion, we're still not killing off the top. Very close here. Stash attack leading to more, and then of course the get up. Neutral get up into the aura sphere. I mean, very good coverage from Armadillo. It's a charge shot character at its finest, right?
Yeah. That's going to be Armadillo moving on.
Damn. All right, well, I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
SkyJay fought hard, honestly. Yeah. Really, really close games. Brought it so close to the wire, but there's not much you can do at the end of the day. You know, it's like you're playing a super slow character against a character that is, again, so mobile, so good at like bouncing back and forth and using that momentum reversal. It's like that kind of stuff. It just makes it so difficult because Incineroar is like lumbering around. He just isn't able to do anything. So.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was talking about early on, I mean, Armadillo just, you know, creating that pressure, and as you said, having that extended range, and the whole like concept of Lucario being like you have to close out stocks. You know, SkyJay's good at closing out stocks, but that game number 2 kind of slipped away from SkyJay because he wasn't able to take that stock.
Yeah, I mean, Lucario is a character that like literally forces you to have to play harder when they're at higher percent.
Exactly.
Because they are now like stronger. They're just like more volatile, more dangerous, and they have better range, and they can outspace you in a way